I'm interested, and I'm going to take it in a slightly different direction, but I'm really interested in the point that you make there about identity. The identity of a community of an island, which is kind of linked to brand. And I'm going to be a little bit provocative here. There's balance between being slightly authoritarian and dictatorial with a clear vision and a clear mandate, and I want everyone to fall into line, and the opposite, which would be a democracy where we're all in our little echo chambers shouting at each other, giving different directions. Again, using a row metaphor, it would be like a boat with 4 coxes and 1 rower.
Yeah.
How do you see identity? Because nowadays we've got a lot of identity politics. The concept of I belong to this group or that group. I'm a lefty, I'm a righty. I think we're seeing things almost fragment, and certainly a surge of nationalism. I think it's quite difficult to define identity now, and yet people are very, very passionate about their identity.
Yeah, I think there's how you would like to identify, and then there's how others identify you. I mean, arguably, identity is in the eye of the beholder at times. However much Jersey may wish to hold itself out, quite rightly, as a robust, diligent, globally effective financial, financial location, there's a large part of the world that will look at us as a negative tax haven. And you arguably cannot change that perception. That is how they want to think, and that's how they will think. And those of us sitting here know that that is completely counter to the truth, but doesn't matter. You will anchor yourself to that. So I think at the end of the day, what you have to do is, whether you're an individual or an island, is stay true to what you really believe is the right thing to do. And then your identity will form around that. Stay true to how you want to be perceived, how you want to live your life, be authentic to that, and then that will become your identity. I don't think it is almost something that you end up reverse fitting. And listening on the way in today to a radio show where the commentators and the dialers in were arguing whether this person was a centrist or a far right or left, or it doesn't really matter. People are going to form their own opinions on where people sit based on where they're sitting and what those people do. And I think probably the frustration I find with local politics is the accountability on the voter. I think, from my perspective, if I want to vote for X politician, I should vote for that politician. During that term, that politician should then do what they need to do with the economy. The hospital being a case in point. We have dithered for probably best part of a decade over where they should go. And I think, from my perspective, we voted you in, just go and do it. Okay. And if that turns out to be the wrong place, then we've put the wrong people in charge, and we should hold our hands up to how we vote and how we use our democratic rights. But just get on and do it, I think. And then maybe we'll take our vote a bit more seriously in future.